Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music. Midnight music.
Was I munch on my lunch? Hey, everybody.
What are you munching for luncheon?
I am food. I made dinner. It's just chicken legs and some corn.
I love that.
So, you know.
Are you kidding me?
Hmm?
Hold, please. Hold on.
What? What happened? Did you finally get what I sent you on Instagram?
Okay, I got a phone call, but it was a pocket dial.
Okay.
It was Dylan, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, gotcha.
It is Wednesday, 7:42. You know where I am.
You know what my issues are.
Literally.
By the way, did you
Okay,
get...
so that...
Did you get what I sent you on Instagram?
No, not yet. I haven't gotten that far. I was busy. Too busy singing.
So you need...
Rick Fury shared... What the fuck?
Go look.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
So what happened was, we'll talk about it on AJ points at the, like, what's going on back there, and that happens.
Yeah, I literally just watched it, and I didn't see that on Hulu Raw. Like, and I feel like that wasn't something that would have been like did they say it on commentary too?
It was kind of like what's going on, but they didn't really mention. It's a weird. There's a lot of things that happen on Raw.
Was that after the match?
But it was still during the live show.
Yeah, they cut it. Hulu Raw cuts it after AJ wins.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Because you're like, just keep watching. And I'm like, I'm watching. And like, I'm like, surely Miz and AJ is not specifically what you meant. I enjoyed the match and all, but like.
Yeah, no, it was more about.
I'm like, nothing happened. It was the most anticlimactic shit. I'm like.
Hello, Mr. Freds.
I was. Hello, Mr. Fretz.
Frets,
Oh, hi, Mark.
Frets, you're showing your age here. Be like, I'm so exhausted, but I got a PS2 today. To 2003 all over again,
Oh my
Fretzy.
God. Well, speaking of 2003, I went to go see The Used last night in Census Fail.
We at the
That's why
Brooklyn
I'm wearing
Mirage.
this. It was at the rooftop at Pier 17.
Okay.
It was beautiful. So, it's literally with the walk to the train, it was like an hour from my apartment.
That's not bad at all.
So, no. And so I feel like a dick I kind of feel like a dick, but I don't feel like a dick. So the headliner of this show was Rise Against, and I've never been into Rise Against, and I went with my friend Kim, and she also was not there for Rise Against, so we just decided to leave instead. We met the singer of Census Fail on the way out, which was cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Like, she wanted ice cream. She's like, I just want ice cream. So they had downstairs, like, they had a bunch of, like, food options. It was really pretty and, like, nice looking. And then, so we went to this ice cream place, and I'm just sitting down, and I'm on my phone trying to figure out the train because I live here, and she's not good at
Yeah.
So I wasn't letting her figure it out. So I'm figuring out the train, and she comes back with her ice cream, and she goes, Buddy is sitting next to you. And I'm like, what? Sure enough, he's at the table next to us. So, like, we went over and had a quick hello. He shook our hands, and we left.
That's good. You kept it cordial. Hello, Kavita. How are you?
It was very nice. Hi, Kavita. So
I'm munching my food like a fool.
good for you, though. I literally shoved microwavable pancakes down my throat right before recording because that was my quickest option.
Well, I'm only doing it for the pre-show. Once the show actually starts, like, you know, I won't eat. I'm not Will. By the way, no Will tonight, folks, and it is just me and the K Murphy. So we did title this show. I don't know if you saw it, Kay. You know what I titled the show?
I did not.
You'll like it. Love and War.
Wow, I like that.
It works on many levels.
Are we gonna use the logo I designed?
No. It's a picture of Triple H.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You should be.
I'm sorry. It's appropriate. It's a big Triple H episode.
It is a Triple H episode, but also I literally designed a logo for Love and War.
I'm aware.
Returning TBD.
Yes, which we Love and War checks Patreon quiet frets. Yeah, returning TBD because there's got a lot to talk about on that aspect.
Oh yeah, I got a lot to say.
I bet you. Yeah, we should rekindle that at some point.
Yeah, you let me know when, and we will.
Well, I got to rekindle my own personal podcast. If you saw my cryptic Instagram stories the other night.
No, what did you put on Instagram?
I'm joking. I am
give
joking,
a fuck
Kay. I am joking, Kay. Relax.
Hold on 1 second.
Are you getting a blunt?
I'm listening. No, I need to get something, but I'm listening, so keep talking.
Okay. I will keep talking as Kay listens, and I'm joining with everybody else. So, guys, obviously it's Kay and I tonight. Like, share, subscribe. Let people know that we're going on. Tonight's a two-person show. I will tell you this. We'll talk about it probably a little bit more in the post-show, but we do have a special guest next week coming on, which is going to be interesting, especially for you, Mr. Friend, since you like beer. I found a social media beer influencer kind of just fell in my lap. Very interesting how this came to be. It came to be very, very quickly. If you've seen our Instagram story, that is the social media influencer. They also tweeted at us today as well. So you want to know about beer and their love of AEW. Our guest next week loves AEW, okay?
Oh, good.
Yes. But it's a weird kind of fandom because it's like they like AEW for like all the weird stuff. Like they love the Young Bucks because they wear like fringe stuff, like because of their fashion sense and their ridiculousness.
Okay, I mean, Young Bucks does have a questionable fashion sense.
They do. They do not like Ruby Soho, though. I will tell you that. And so you guys may get into a fight.
I was just gonna say, I was about to say something mean, but I'm like, but she's coming on the show next week, so I shouldn't say anything mean. But I'm sorry. That's my girl.
I definitely get. Actually, let me text the guests right now to let them know that we are currently live. If they want to chime in.
Mm.
You still don't have a Broken Skull IPA, Frats? That actually is a shame. You need to find yourself one. Because there's the original Mr. Fred's Broken Skull, and then he came out with an American lager right before WrestleMania. So you definitely need to check those out. But I haven't tried the American lager yet. Hear great things about it. Kay, what's the matter with your cheek?
Okay. So I was hoping this wasn't going to bother me today, but it is. And Dylan, if you're listening, I don't want to hear about it.
Oh,
I have a toothache.
it's one of those accidents?
No,
Uh-huh.
I cracked a tooth a while ago, and it started hurting me really bad last week.
How the hell did you crack a tooth?
Real bad. I don't know. I have a cracked tooth, and then I also, up top, I had a wisdom teeth that impacted and broke in my mouth.
Ow.
So recently I've been having a lot of, tooth pain. And, sometimes if I eat, it hurts afterwards.
Go ahead.
I need to ice my mouth. I need to go to the dentist, honestly, and I know I will eventually make an appointment. I just have not. And I'm in a lot of pain right now.
I see. So you cracked the tooth. You're icing it with your eye mask. Your glittery eye mask, which is great.
Yeah, look at this shit. This is actually what I use for migraines.
That's actually not bad. Not bad. I love it's glitter. It's so you. So you do.
It was like $5 at Target.
What's up?
It was like $5 at Target.
Oh, really? That's not bad. But you said you chipped.
So I put
Go ahead.
It's like cracked. So it's like my very backmost molar.
Okay, is that an issue?
Probably.
I feel like that's something that would be cause for concern.
It is. I need to go to the dentist. I haven't gone out of fear, out of money. I have dental insurance, thank God.
Yeah.
But still, it's money I cannot spend right now. So
Well, how much would it be for a deductible? Do you know? Per visit.
So I think the deductible would only be I think for the first visit it's $60 or something. But I don't. If that's just a normal visit, I don't know what this is. What could be wrong?
Gotcha. I mean, you could probably go for a normal visit and see what happens, but it's totally up to you.
I know. I'm just nervous to go. I have a fear they're gonna rip out all my teeth, even though everyone tells me I'm being irrational.
You are being irrational. I do have a funny dentist story. So, in the rare occasion I had a cavity a couple of years ago, and so
I've never even had a cavity.
they're annoying, but it's fine. You can fill them real quick, but they're, like I said, they're a little annoying. So I had a cavity, and so they had to obviously fill the cavity and everything. And so I'm sitting in the chair. I will go to this great dental company called Dental 365. Literally, we're open every day of the fucking year. I went to my first appointment on Easter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was great. There's no one there. It's awesome. That's how I found out, and I made really good friends with one of the dental assistants when I was going there. So anyway, I had a cavity to fill once. And so we're laying back, and they're putting air in my mouth, and he's filling the cavity. And, they also have, Netflix on, so you can, watch a show and all that shit while he's working. So, in particular, the dentist is working on this cavity, and, an R. Kelly song comes on. I forgot what song it was.
I hope it was trapped in the closet.
It was not trapped in the closet, because I'd probably still be in the chair. But he goes, the song comes on and he goes, "Oh my God, this is my shit right here." What is going on? Obviously you can't move, but I'm just what is going on? Why is he jamming out to R. Kelly while he's working on my teeth?
That's I out of body experience.
I also had a dental assistant who was great. I forgot her name. Vicky was her name, I believe. She put me onto like a speakeasy in Rockville Center, but I had no clue about. And she was like, by the time you come back, you better go to that speakeasy and tell me how it is. She talked about like going to strip clubs with her husband in Dallas right before I went to like my Dallas WrestleMania trip, the first one. So I've
Okay.
had great dental experiences with them.
Well,
So I always recommend them. Dental 365. If they, I don't even know if they. I know we're like scattered all over the island, but I don't know if we're out in like
I'll see
Queens.
if they have any near me. It's just fucking miserable.
And I want you to be happy and
Like,
check it.
I am in like I'm at an 8 right now.
In pain.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try to keep things short and
So-
sweet, but we'll make it work.
Uh-huh. I'll do my best.
Yeah, we'll do our best. We're working through tonight, folks. Obviously, we have 5 minutes to go before we start our show. It's gonna be a different show. We're gonna have obviously the video, but there isn't gonna be any of these special Will Terror Shock effects. Those are gonna be put in post because Will is not here. He cannot make it. This week, so does me and the Love Bug K Murphy, doing a love and war show, kind of talking about what we love and hate about wrestling. At the moment, it is going to be a very, very fun time. So we're going to have an audio version, which I'm going to create after the show, and then obviously the video version of the show will be up for everybody's consumption very quickly afterwards. As you can see, we're going to have, if you want to look at any of our past shows, we obviously have a live stream playlist on YouTube. We also have a condensed main show playlist that we've started creating after we hit our 300 episodes on YouTube as well. We're also on Twitch, where we also have kind of a main show library up there as well. And then clips, of course. If we find anything that we do that's funny, we'll probably clip it. You can also clip stuff for us as well. If you find stuff and segments that are funny, please clip it, share it on social media. Let people know about our greatness. And also buy some of our merch. I'm wearing some of our merch right now. I'm wearing my merch, King Rico Say. The links to all of our merch are in the description below. Obviously, and all of that fun stuff. Okay, we need to give you a new logo for your merch.
I know, I'm working on it. I don't like anything.
What? Nothing inspired you?
No, I'm not inspired right now.
Fair enough. I just got this random idea, like literally 2 seconds ago. So the I Am Groot mini series came out today.
Uh-huh. How is it?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm still in the routine
Let
of
me
like
know.
doing everything like before the show, and then like doing like all my Disney stuff afterwards. But I'm thinking instead of like an I Am Groot, like an IMK, and then we'd have to give you like a
Absolutely not.
Alright.
Absolutely not.
okay.
Shutting it down.
All right, never mind. Didn't think you'd be so opposed to that, but that's okay.
I'll explain why off air.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers. I am Groot. You gonna hold in there for me, Kay?
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
If not, this will be a really random one-man show.
I don't want to do that to you.
I'm.
It's just bad. It's just like really bad.
Breathe.
50-50, I turned my camera off halfway through the show.
Well, we'll still be able to hear you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I just may need to contort my body in positions because I'm in so much pain and I can't yell.
I mean, you can yell, just not into the microphone.
I don't know.
Fretch, if I can
trying.
low-key call you in, I would, but it's too much to modify to call you in at the moment. But thank you for the offer, Mr. Fretch. I do appreciate it.
Thanks, Mr. Fred. I'm sorry. It's just, oh my god.
It's okay.
It's just really fucking painful.
It's the molar.
It's like the whole side of my mouth.
Mm.
It's just in pain. And I hate it. And cooling it down usually helps. But like right now it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this sharp pain. And I feel it going from my tooth all the way up. And I just feel it pulsating like in my cheekbone.
It must be pinching a nerve.
It's bad.
There's a request. Do you have ibuprofen?
Yes.
Take some ibuprofen before we go on. Thank you for the advice, Kavita. Fretch, why haven't we had you called in though? But that's actually a good idea. We're gonna have to set up your appearance at some point, or your reappearance. We've had Slack on. Well, I don't think we've ever had you on, Fretch. In this live stream format, and we have to change that, Mr. Fretch. We really do. We've got a lot of guests that we need to put on. Fretch needs to come on. Top tier to Quan whenever he decides to show up. He also needs to come on.
We never had Mance on.
We have never had Mance on. We're also right now only showing on YouTube, which is very, very interesting.
Oh, good. Oh my god.
And I don't know why we're off on Twitch. But that is very, very interesting. But that is happening at the moment. Streaming? Oh no, we're streaming on Twitch too. Let me view on Twitch. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, we are on Twitch. And Taquan is here in the chat, but for some reason I can't see your comments, Taquan. Hey, Taquan. For some reason it's not connecting to our OBS, but whatever. I see you here. I'll chime in to make sure that you're still there from time to time. But thanks, Taquan, for coming in. Top tier Taquan in the building, folks. We're getting ready to start. Obviously, we're dealing with some unfortunate dental stuff with Kay right now. But we are going to get started very, very soon for our main show. It is going to be a fun show. There they are. You know, we have never had Mance on, Kay, and I think like we should bring Mance on. Now that I feel like Mance is at a.
I want him on the show so bad.
Yeah, I think now that there's a level.
I want him on the show so bad.
Yeah, now that there's a level of, I guess, more calm to Mance's life, we can bring him on.
Whatever. You don't have time. Okay.
All right.
My mask wasn't cold anymore, so now I'm holding ice on my face.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. It's just bad. It's really bad. Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. So we got one more for Mance. I like that. What is? Oh, I was just say, is that just like a cloth?
A headscarf.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So at least the water doesn't fucking just drip on me.
Mm-hmm. You'd have more drip than Seth Rollins.
I got more flair than Ric Flair, bitch.
Wow, already AEW Dynamite, Brody King is busted open with face paint. Jesus. It's 3 minutes into the 8 o'clock spot.
Wait a minute. Speaking of Brody King, when we start the show, I do have an announcement regarding Brody King.
You do have an announcement regarding Brody King. So let's get this show started and get the show on the road then. Is everybody okay with that? I think I'm okay. Kay, are you okay with that?
We have to be because my jaw says so.
Yes, your jaw said so. So we're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2. And welcome everybody to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 303, entitled Love and War. Tell me where you've heard that one before, because if you know, you know. I am your host, King Ricky Rose, alongside the K Murphy, because Willie T is non-existent this week, so there's just me and the love bug, the HBIC, the resident rainbow. I think I've gotten all of your nicknames throughout this life of this show, K Murphy. How are you doing?
Hi. I did celebrate 1 year with my lizard. Frank Tortellini turned a year old last Monday. I have so much to update y'all on.
Yeah.
Right now my jaw really fucking hurts, so we are dealing with some bodily issues. Would you like my wrestling news first?
I would love your
or my Animal Crossing news first?
It's all UK. Whatever you want to do. Your wrestling news, your Animal Crossing news, whatever you want to do. Pick your poison.
All right. Well, first of all, I would like everyone to know, anyone who's been worried, Freckles has arrived on Honey Cove. She is safe and sound on my island.
Freckles has been resurrected.
And she will... Freckles was never killed.
Mm-hmm.
Freckles had a quick few weeks sojourn until I was able to bring her home. She has her true house now, and honestly, it's fucking ugly.
So hold on. Did Freckles actually design their own place, or did you design Freckles' place?
Well, I eventually, because Animal Crossing has a paid DLC where you can eventually design like your residents' houses, and you can like design vacation homes and stuff. It's really fun.
Okay.
But so with Animal Crossing and their land development is you are allowed to have a maximum of 10 villagers on your island.
Gotcha.
So when you leave in the beginning of the game, you leave from the airport and you fly to the remote island, which becomes your island after you pick your map. You fly with 2 villagers that move on your island.
Okay.
And Animal Crossing has like over 400 villagers, but there are 8 different personality types.
Okay.
So they start you with like a sisterly type. They call her like Uchi or Big Sister in Japan, and a jock.
Gotcha.
And the jocks are boys, the sisterlies are girls. The other male personality types are lazy, smug, and cranky. And for the girls, your options are sisterly, normal, peppy, or snooty. So Freckles is a peppy villager.
Okay. What's up, Top Tier Daquan, and everything? Sorry about that. Continue.
Hi, Taquan. So when the first 5 villages that come to your island are given generic designed houses based on their personality type. So Freckles on my original island, he was not on the plane with me when I moved to my island, but you can go to different mystery islands to recruit villagers. So if you have an available plot of land you can purchase and you go to a mystery island, there will be a random character there on the island, and you can invite them to live with you, move to your island. So the very first mystery island I went to had Freckles. So she was with me from the second day of the game.
Okay.
Freckles is my OG friend.
Yes, that you almost killed.
I didn't almost kill her. So as a result of me having her as a day 1 friend, she had the basic generic house.
Okay.
That all the other peppy villagers, if they don't have because every villager has a house design specific to them, but they only have that if they are not the first 3 Mystery Island villagers or the villagers that start the game with you.
Oh, Taquan is on YouTube now, too. We gotta follow you, Taquan, on YouTube. That's awesome.
Oh my god, hooray!
Thank you, Top Tier Taquan. Like, share, subscribe. It's Taquan, damn it. But it's pretty awesome. So, what is your other news, Kay, by the way, before we get into all of our wrestling shenanigans? So, what is your other big news that you have for us?
My daddy list is expanded.
Wait, hold on. Your daddy list expanded. Who?
I
Like,
have a new daddy.
here's the question: who's on the daddy list to begin with?
My current existing daddy list, Roman is still present, and I have to buy the shirt.
Okay.
Because that shirt was, I'm sorry, WWE stole my gimmick. They stole my gimmick, and they did.
Are you gonna
I've been
sue
saying
him?
that Roman Reigns is daddy for years. No. But if I ever meet Roman Reigns, I'll tell them that I said he was daddy first.
Okay,
And I don't
I'm
know
sure
how
he'll
to
I'm sure he'll
but
appreciate that. He probably gets a kick
I
out of it.
will, probably. But my current list is Roman is a daddy.
Uh-huh.
Trent Seven is a daddy.
Okay.
Austin Theory daddy, as much as I like try to like fight it, he's a daddy.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley's a daddy. Sonya Deville is a daddy. And the newest addition to my daddy list is Brody King.
Really?
Oh my God.
Brody King is your new daddy. We're gonna have to ask that of our guest next week. Like, does she have a daddy list?
I definitely have more daddies, but like those are my current most active daddies.
The most active daddies, the Mads.
The Mads.
The Mads. Kay's Mads list.
Wait. Do you remember how we did our like Mount Rushmore bracket?
You want to do a Mount Rushmore of daddies, Kay?
No, I want to March Madness my daddies.
March Madness daddies.
Can we do a daddy March Madness?
Yeah, March is a ways away, so yes, I can think of a daddy March Madness. Wow, Mr. Fretz,
Yeah.
Mount Dadmore. Got it. Or March...
No.
Or March Dadness. I like March Dadness.
December 2 Dad's member.
Too much.
Well, we could do Daddy December.
Daddy December works better.
We can do something for daddies in
You
December.
can do Daddy December and then do like Mount Dadmore or March Dadness. I like March Dadness.
March Dadness.
Yes. It'll be our own way for you to go mad for like, a whole month of March. March Dadness. I like it. March Dadness, Mount Dadmore.
I can't wait.
Daddy December, my God.
How many do I need total?
If you're gonna do a
Madness?
traditional March Madness bracket, my traditional March Madness bracket would be 64.
Okay. I can come up with 64 wrestling daddies, I'm sure.
That is unreal.
I think, but I'm gonna span all of time and space with wrestling.
Okay.
Because I don't know who my retro daddies are, if we're being honest.
Gotcha.
Like when I was 16, like Randy Orton probably would have been very high on the daddy list.
Okay, so if you're gonna do this, as we're planning out this, we're literally doing a March Dadness as we're prepping this out right now. You would have to give like a year time frame when you're doing these daddies. Like you can say like 08 Jericho or like 1999 Randy Orton or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that.
Wait. So I could potentially pit like, because obviously like when I was in high school, like Punk and Jeff were daddies. Now I just respect them too much to call them daddies anymore, but they're technically kind of daddies. And like Malachi Black is also like a daddy, but I respect him too much.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So you'd have to give me years with
I don't
them.
want to objectify them anymore.
So you'd have to give me years.
Like what specific era?
Yeah. Or like just a
So
year, be
you're
like
telling me-
2003 Jeff Hardy or some shit like that.
So you're telling me I could pit like fucking 2021 CM Punk against 2005 like long black hair CM Punk?
Theoretically, yes.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm in.
Goodness, I don't know what I've just begun, but we can detail this out a little bit more. I have a way that you can do it, in a very productive way.
I think this will give me my spark back.
I think it will. I think it will give you your spark back. So let's get into the episode right now this week then. Speaking of getting sparks back, or maybe potentially losing a spark, okay, going into DILF territory, you are far behind Taquan with this. Far behind.
Oh my goodness, just there are a lot of episodes where I objectify men. And women.
Yeah.
I am an equal opportunist.
Yeah, this
objectifier.
daddy is going to be very gender fluid, let me tell you. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, it is going to be very gender fluid. But speaking of what's in AEW, Tony Khan. Oh, this wild man, him. Tony Khan is getting...
Not a daddy.
No, definitely not a daddy. Tony Khan is looking a little shaky these days. There's reports coming out from within AEW, names notwithstanding, about his behavior backstage and how it's probably becoming an issue, probably because of all the cocaine that he's doing. So, in an article from comicbook.com, it states this. It led to reports of issues backstage. Tony Khan, the promotion's president, addressed those reports while on Superstar crossover with Josh Martinez this week, where a handful of former wrestlers who worked for promotion have discussed communication issues, while others have voiced their frustration about getting TV time on AEW Dynamite as well as Rampage. Let's be particular, he did not mention AEW Dark or Dark Elevation. But in Tony Khan's retort, he says, "We have a great crew. We're very happy with the shows we've been doing. We have a great team of people. I recently did some promotions and added to a team with a new group. Hopefully the communication is only going to get better because I can only be in so many places at one time and talk to so many people with such a big team. I think that'll help. In general, I think we have a really great environment and a great backstage. Overall, it's been a great summer for us and it's only going to get better. A lot of the biggest stars in AEW have been out, so it's been great for us to maintain this position." Last week on Wednesday night, AEW Dynamite, #1 show on all of cable, which is something that he has to say. Like, it seems like it just runs off his mouth.
I have a question. Is that Tony Khan's email signature?
I don't know, actually.
In Tony Khan, does he go to meetings? "Hi, I'm Tony Khan. I use he, him pronouns. AEW #1 rated cable show on Wednesday and Friday nights."
You know, he starts promoting that, and then he continued to say, but there's a lot of really good camaraderie momentum. I can't get everybody on the show. It's challenging. In some ways, when you have 3 hours of television, I get that. If you're looking at a competitor that has 7 hours, that people in that company are twice as likely to be on TV. If you look at it that way, it's very competitive for spots, but it also means people have to do the most to maximize the time they do get, wherever it is, whether it's on TV or streaming, and I do think our TV show and the participation we've had from fans and why we all feel so good this year is it's great to be back on the road like this last year and after doing shows in lockdown and sometimes in every stadium. Overall, I think the vibe is positive and we're all really excited. It's a big time of the year for AEW with All Out coming up, one of the biggest events on the calendar, and we approach one of our biggest TV events of the year coming up to New York with AEW Grand Slam. And by the way, this week's Dynamite special is called Quake by the Lake, which, my lord, what a interesting... It's called Quake by the Lake.
Quake? I'm sorry, Quake by the Lake?
Yes, Quake by the Lake, Kay.
No, it's not. No,
yes,
it's
not. Yes, it is.
That sounds like a smutty fan fiction I wrote in high school. That's bad. I'll give you Quake by the Lake, Tony. Oh my god.
Quake.
Uh-uh.
Is a Quake at the Lake, Quake by Lake? I don't know. There's a Quake and there's a lake involved. But
what lake are we quaking at? What lake are we quaking?
I don't know. But Cameron, answer this to me. You heard good one, Taquan. You heard what Tony Khan's little retort was to all of those rumors. Does it sound to you, because it sounds, sure hell sounds like it to me, does it sound to you like he's on the defensive and that there could be some truth to some of these rumors? Like it's like he
1000%,
like he took like a very political stance to answering that question.
I fucking love AEW. Like, that's not a secret. Like, but I am not going to make the mistake that a lot of like Vince McMahon purists make, and they like will stand by that man no matter what decision he makes, just because he's Vince McMahon. Like, I don't do that shit with Tony Khan, and I think Tony Khan needs to be held accountable. Yeah. Tony Khan, at the end of the day, while he's creating a product that I really enjoy, he's a rich man with his daddy's money playing GM mode.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he's doing what WWE did and is poaching all the indie talent, except now he's poaching all the WWE releases.
Because you know what that's called?
So,
okay, and 20 or so years ago, that was called WCW. Yeah.
and while I'm always like going to be grateful to have an alternative that's different than WWE, because even though Trips taking over is incredible, and like we'll talk about that more later, Trips still isn't going to do a lot of the stuff AEW is doing, because WWE still has an expectation to maintain.
Yes.
Like they are going to be they're the more family friendly product no matter what.
WWE is still the global product and the standard bearer for the entire industry, whether AEW fans accept it or not. You know, that it is what it is. The fact that AEW is as popular as it is because WWE was there, and to be honest with you, they poached a lot of WWE talent, which helped up their stock for a little bit.
And now, now I'm getting annoyed about all of the talk that everyone's like, wow, everyone's going to go back to WWE now that Trips is in charge.
Well, no, that's not the case because a lot of people are still under contracts with AEW, and so you can't go.
Adam Cole and Malachi Black are on 5-year deals. Like, they're not going back.
No, Adam Cole is on a 5-year vacation playing wrestling with his friends and having his girlfriend around. Must be nice, Adam Cole. That's Adam Cole is playing wrestler right now.
Like, why would Adam Cole leave?
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened with WCW. Why would these guys leave their contracts that are great contracts with guaranteed money? You know, so it is what it is. Okay, your video froze real quick, but no, you're back now. So it seems to me that Tony has an issue here, and Tony needs to man up and hire some more professionals to help him run the company that he decided to do. You know, that's all there is to it. Like Tony, you said in your own comment, Tony, you can't be everywhere at once. You're getting to the point where you're becoming too big to handle all of this. Way too big to handle all of this. Yeah.
See, before we move on from AEW, can I just ask our listeners that are live right now?
Yeah.
If CM Punk comes back, can you notify me immediately, please and thank you?
I feel like that's a standard.
I feel like this Quake by the Lake nonsense means there's some bullshit afoot and a return, and either Punk is coming back, Kenny Omega is coming back, or MJF is coming back today.
Kenny's not coming back
to cause the Quake.
Oh, Kenny's not coming back anytime soon until that video game is fixed, and that video game needs some work. Taekwon with the line of a night so far. Quake by the Lake is a Friday the 13th porn parody title. If that is actually true, kudos to you, Taekwon. Kudos to you if that is an actual porn parody. Cream Menace. Taekwon is on fire tonight. Absolute fire tonight. So Tony Khan sounds very shaky in that response, and he should be shaky because he needs to start utilizing the people around him and actually man up and be the owner of AEW and start to run shit. Like, learn how to run business, Tony. Stop being a promoter, but you can still be a promoter, but run your business. Be the businessman that you're supposed to be. But let's move on to another former businessman now retired. There is more news from Vince McMahon, K. Murphy.
Stop it.
Are you ready for this?
No, but do.
The reports came out yesterday, actually. And here's a report coming directly from CNN. World Wrestling Entertainment on Tuesday disclosed additional unrecorded expenses now totaling $19.6 million related to former CEO Vince McMahon. The two additional payments totaling the $5 million remain in 2007 and 2009 and are unrelated to an investigation of his alleged misconduct by WWE's board, the company said in a regulatory filing. The investigation remains ongoing, and the company did say this. in regards to McMahon and the probe. The company has evaluated the unrecorded expenses and has determined that such amounts should have been recorded as expenses in each of the periods in which they became probable and estimable. WWE said in the filing, it said all payments classified as unrecorded expenses were or will be paid by McMahon personally. So that is a bit of an issue, Kay, because
Well,
you know what that means. Bless you.
What does that mean?
It means
Thank you.
It means some of the money that Mr. McMahon used to pay off these women in non-disclosure agreements was with WWE expenses.
money?
Yeah, if they are saying that these things should have been filed as expenses, which means they should have been filed as part of their expenses towards whatever quarter those things were in, which means Vince McMahon was using company money to pay off these women and not his own personal funds. So,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
Vincent,
that is a
get it
that is
together.
a damning piece of evidence on Mr. McMahon. I mean, like it's oh,
Well,
go ahead,
you know,
Kay. Yeah.
The Vince McMahon peers that I spoke about earlier are going to find a way to defend this, and I really want to hear what it is.
Honestly, it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. We have said on this show, non-disclosure agreements, having affairs, this is the Vince McMahon 101 thing, and non-disclosure agreements are very widespread thing that happens in the corporate world for many other reasons besides affairs with people within the company. The fact of the matter is, the only way this would become a huge issue is if McMahon used company money and not his personal funds to pay these people off, for lack of a better term. And according to WWE's own report in their filing, it appears that McMahon was using company money when he shouldn't have been, and that's a huge issue. And that is probably the biggest reason for his retirement.
That's fucked. I'm
Yeah.
not shocked.
I honestly, I'm not shocked, but I would just think that Vince McMahon, I don't know, would have been a little bit smarter. with money.
I mean, man. At the end of the day, he's still a man.
That's
thinking
true.
of his dick.
It's very, very true.
Respectfully, men that have penises that often think with them above using their brain make kind of dumb decisions.
Fair enough.
Y'all can come for me in the comments. I don't care. I'm right.
But I mean, it is something to be said that they just found this. So there is a little bit of craftiness with this, and these are back from like 2007, 2009. So there's some expertise there, but still, it looks like you use company funds, and that's a huge fucking issue.
It's fucked up.
It's a huge fucking issue, and like I said, and as we've said on the show before, you can hate the Vince McMahon for the person, but Vince McMahon, the wrestling booker, sorry about that, as I just drop shit everywhere. Vince McMahon, the wrestling booker, great is one of the best businessmen we've ever seen. Personally,
but not the smartest.
yeah. Well, in terms of wrestling, he probably is the smartest.
I mean, in life.
Taquan agrees with you, Kay.
This is some good shit.
That's true. Taquan agrees with you, Kay. Taquan says I have a penis and sometimes it does talking. Kay is right.
I've dated a lot of men in my day. And I've seen it firsthand.
You've seen it talk firsthand.
It's sad and a little scary.
Yeah, the power of the penis. Also power of the pussy, which is even a greater power in and of itself. Yeah,
more powerful.
Yeah, there's a great slew of videos I have to show you about that, Kay. But let's move on from drug addict Tony and shady Vince to WrestleMania Hollywood. Because guess what, Kay? The pre-sale for WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles has been going on this entire week, with tickets going on sale this Friday, August 12th.
Did you buy your fucking tickets already?
No.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna. I need there. This is not a convenient time for me to buy WrestleMania tickets. I intend on going.
Mm-hmm.
I just,
Here,
I'm going to New Orleans in May, and I just need to make sure that I just budget this correctly, and I'm nervous.
yeah. Here's my issue with this, okay? Because usually, you know me, I would have bought my tickets already, would have made an announcement on the show, like, I'm going to WrestleMania in Hollywood. But obviously, there were some events in my life that got in the way of that made me want to rethink. But also, there is an issue when they did the pre-sale. So when they did the pre-sale, what ended up happening was, as I've noticed so far, they're back in Ticketmaster because Sophie's the Ticketmaster Arena. Is that their pre-sale codes were only for single-day tickets, and
Oh,
yeah, and so they kind of secretly leaked the combo tickets without any sort of pre-sale code. So a
oh,
lot of the combo tickets during the pre-sale are already gone. And so you'd have to buy single day tickets right now during the pre-sale, and that's a lot more money. Let me tell you right now.
yeah, fuck that.
So my guess is right now, because the plan at the moment, because things can change, is that I believe myself and Charles will be making the trip out to LA at the moment.
Oh, good.
And Kay, obviously, we're trying to make. I'm telling you right now, Kay, we're trying to make a week out of it, including Disney. Okay. It's honestly, it's
Um,
only because the Avengers camp is in there, and so is Star Wars, and I need a lightsaber and I need Infinity Stones. To be completely.
I agree. So I want doing a full week in LA because I can work from LA.
Oh, that's right, you
But
can.
that's why I'm less concerned about going to WrestleMania because I don't have to take off of work except for I would take off for the Mania days themselves
Sure,
because
that makes sense.
I go to work at 4 a.m. It's not happening.
No, it's
So pretty
not.
much, and like if I wanted to, I'm sure I could ask to work the West Coast shift for a week.
Or something like that. Something to be a little bit more
Get out
accommodating
of
to.
get out of work at like 3 a.m., nap for a few hours, and then like do like stuff.
Yeah.
But I want I know Dylan wants to come to Mania. I know Dylan I don't think could do the full week in LA. So I feel like we could send them out. They come out for Mania. We have to
Yeah,
talk
we
about it.
can.
We haven't actually talked about Mania yet, but
Yeah.
I would love for like all of us to do like have like a full fun time. Like I'm down. Like I'm down to get like
Yeah.
a week like party Airbnb. Like
Yeah, no, I've definitely started doing some research about the areas and things like that, especially traveling and cards and all of that stuff. I may need to talk to an expert that used to live in the area to help me out with that. But apparently, DeQuan's also saying Universal Hollywood is also getting Nintendo Land around the time of WrestleMania as well. So
oh my God, we
there's a lot of
I
shit to do.
need to go. I need to make more money though. Because this
Get
sounds expensive.
it's only expensive if you do it all at once, to be honest with you. That's why if you,
That's true.
I'm kind of glad that they're doing the tickets now so that I can focus on other shit in the interim and like slowly pay that off.
Yeah, all I really need to pay for right now, early. I have to book my flight to, but like I paid for my Airbnb.
Yeah,
I have to pay for my trip to Salem in October.
you would.
I would what?
I'm not surprised you're going to Salem.
We're taking Caitlin for her 30th birthday.
Of course, of course. I love it.
We're
I
really
love it. Apparently Miss Frets, if Nintendo is going to be there, then we better expect you there, Frets. But we can definitely talk about all of that a little bit off air when we get closer to the Mania, as we can plan this out as best as possible. So let's go into the week of wrestling, and on SmackDown,
I have
Okay,
questions.
they
I have questions.
they revealed, they finally revealed, but oh the way we're getting a women's tag tournament like we had promised months ago. And here's the bracket. So the bracket is this: Tamina and Dana Brooke versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai. By the way, Kay, what was your thoughts on Dakota and Io returning?
I was really excited. I was really, really excited. Am I Dakota Kai because of my hair, by the way? I listened to the
I
show
want to say yes.
and I heard I'm Dakota Kai.
I want to say yes. I don't
Um,
remember, but I want to say
I
yes.
well, there was never a reason given. I was just assuming it was because I have pink hair. But I think Io Shirai has been overdue for a call up, and I just feel so confident knowing Triple H is in charge. That's wild to me. I have not felt this secure as a WWE fan in like a hot minute. And this is how I like feel like going from a million toxic like romantic relationships to like a healthy one. It's like Triple H is like my healthy partner. Thanks, Trips. Um, but it feels so fresh.
Yes, it
Like I
does.
wasn't bored during Raw
No,
this
you
week. I
weren't.
watched Raw.
Yes, you did. You
Um,
missed some stuff on Raw, but we'll
but
get to that. Mm.
whose fault? But some of these tag teams I'm confused about.
Okay, so I mean, they're all like most tag teams are kind of just makeshift and put together. Well, let's read through some of them while we have them up. So we have Dakota, not sorry, Dana Brooke and Tamina versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai. There's also Bliss and Asuka versus Nikki Ash and Doudrop on the other side of the bracket. Looks like we have Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah versus Shotzi and Xia Li. Shotzi's definitely a daddy, right? Okay. Yeah. And then we have, let's see, who else do we have? We have Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark from NXT versus Natty and Daddy DeVille as well. So that's your bracket for the tag team championships right now. I like it. I like that there is NXT inclusion in here as well. They're representing all of the brands in this women's tag tournament, which I think is going to be very, very interesting. Who wins this? I don't know.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't NXT have women's tag champions? Or did I make that
No,
up?
they do. They do have women's
I was
tag
just saying,
champions.
like maybe I wondered if they were going to make it like
A
the
unification.
like they were doing the women. Kind of, yeah.
I don't know what they're
But
doing, but there's a lot of random
I,
shit
I
going on.
haven't I haven't watched NXT in what feels like a year.
It's good. There's some
So
there's
I
some
don't know.
fun stuff going on in NXT. A lot of characterization, a lot of character development. I find it interesting because Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark are in kind of the big picture of the NXT Women's Division, which is massively growing again, by the way. There's a lot of fresh talent that just needs a lot of seasoning, but there's good talent there. There's a lot of good talent down there. HBK is doing a good job. But let's move on from the women's tag tournament. So, okay, let's go to Raw. Let's go to the wildness that was Raw. So, Kate, do you see this picture that I put up here? Did you notice this? This was in
Yeah.
the background of a
No,
Kevin Owens interview backstage. So Kevin Owens during Raw took out a.
I didn't see that.
Okay, so KO during Raw, because you watch Hulu Raw. KO during Raw took out Elias. Okay, took out Elias.
Oh
KO
hell yeah.
or Ezekiel, sorry, and K Murphy. You're gonna choke on your bun, but we got power bomb on the apron. Kevin Owens back.
Oh god damn. Kevin Owens could be a daddy by the end of the month.
Yeah, we got screaming power bomb Kevin Owens on the apron back. So in the you're fucked up, Taquan. I love that comment though. He goes, when I saw that car crash on Raw tonight, I thought Sunday was making a guest appearance. That's so fucked up, but good. Fucked up, but good. So they did a backstage segment with Kevin Owens, and in the background was this picture. You see Nikki Ash and you see Doudrop, and you see a bunch of other security people, and this crashed black car. And they didn't mention it. It just happened to be in the background of Kevin Owens' interview segment. Moving along from this, Kay, as you see, they did a backstage segment with Bliss and Bliss, Asuka, and Sky and Kai and Bailey.
I think I saw that.
And as you see in that background, you have this guy in white, and a bunch of people were running behind Bliss as they're doing an interview, like security and stuff running behind Bliss, and they don't mention it. Like, they don't mention it at all.
That's really fun.
Okay, and so all the internet marks are like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you see a car crash that they're not mentioning, Dewdrop and Nikki ASH are there, but people are running past Bliss as she's trying to, like, talk. And then, at the end of the Styles match, you see this, Kay, right here. At the end of the match, there's some rummaging going on. Looks like security's trying to handle somebody who's trying to jump.
That's how Hulu Raw ended, with like that shot.
Yes, and AJ is pointing, as you see in the somebody who teleprompted it, to this face. And that pasty face showed up, Kay. And are you ready for the reveal? He's back.
That's so good.
They did it so well. So what they showed was that they were trying to fight him. He had a hood on. They were like trying to wrestle him to like arrest him. So you never saw his face until what happened was the police like put him back up on his feet, and one of the police guards pulled the hood off as they were walking him back. Mm-hmm. And they showed this.
Wow. I didn't see.
And they showed this psychotic face of Dexter Lumis returning. There is no explanation of this from commentary or anybody. This is how Raw ended. We don't know what's up. People are saying the car crash is Dexter or something. There's some sort of connection. But honestly, I love it. I marked out for this.
Give me an Index reunion.
Okay.
That was the last thing I gave a shit about at NXT was Index. And then Dexter Lumis getting released was one of my like, okay, I'm out moments.
Yeah. All right, so okay, is Dexter Lumis the daddy now too? Is it Daddy Dexter?
I don't know. Come back to me in a few weeks.
Okay, that's fair. So you also have to think about this, Kay. They were in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay.
Where's Jonathan Gargano?
I don't know, but if you think about it, India's still employed. Austin, Theory is employed. Dexter is now back employed. Can we bring back the Way?
I would mark out so hard if you give me a main roster Way. I think it would be on SmackDown, but you have to do it on SmackDown. I feel like
they have room on Raw. I think.
I want to see the Way go against the fucking Bloodline.
That would be funny. This is just the
but that makes sense because Austin Theory like yo, it totally makes sense. Book it. Give me the Way versus the Bloodline.
Fair enough. I mean, this is just this is the Dexter Lumis showing up, and we have no idea why he's back, which is so much speculation. This is just one of many moves. Yeah, this is one of many moves of Triple H, because if you guys don't know, Samuel Shaw, which is what Dexter Lumis goes by on other places, was showing up on like NWA TV and doing stuff and running the indies, and all of a sudden he came back. I
have a question.
As well. What?
Will Triple H let wet wrestlers, like, kind of like what AEW will let them do if they want to like fuck around on the indies? Do you think Trips would let some of them do that?
No, unless it's something that's like a contracted like agreement, like a one-time thing or a one-off.
Gotcha.
You know, because that's the big thing that separates WWE from AEW. Their superstars can only be found in WWE and then not anywhere else. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think they want to keep that exclusivity because that makes that's where the money is. To be completely honest.
Yeah, it makes the premium.
Exactly. This is one of the many weird things that happened on Raw. Besides this banger of a U.S. title match, even though it looked like
Oh,
total
that was
calamity,
great.
I thought for a second Ciampa was literally going to win. He looked great. Bobby Lashley made him look like a million fucking bucks. He came out with the Harley Race
I
robe.
thought he was gonna win with it because of that jacket.
He hit the Gargano escape in Cleveland. And Corey Graves is one of the best calls he's ever made. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. And I was like, yes, Corey. you know, um, I thought he was gonna do it. I thought it was gonna be a Johnny Gargano thing, but alas, no Johnny just yet. Johnny's playing the long game, which is very smart of him. you know, but I do like Ciampa's homage to him.
Yeah, I think that's really
And
cool.
I think it's a very positive sign. Very positive sign.
I miss Johnny Gargano.
We all do. And here's how I thought he was going to show up, if he was going to show up. You have Austin Theory backstage, like on like a bench or something, like crying because no one likes him. Like just being Austin Theory. And then some of them, like Johnny and Candice, put their hands on their shoulder and it pans out and it's them. And it's like, don't worry, Austin, we'll show you the way. And they like walk off. They walk off together.
Family is forever.
Okay, Vin Diesel.
I've still never seen a Fast and Furious film.
It's a lot, but they have their own charm to them. So Bobby did his best to make Ciampa very formidable. Everybody looked great coming out of this. It's a hell of a match. Also, speaking of hell of a matches, they set up this 6-woman tag for a Clash at the Castle. Bianca, Asuka Bliss versus Bailey, Sky, and Kai.
I think that's so fun. Like that is fresh.
Yes, it protects Bianca, so she won't have to.
That's so,
She won't have to defend at Clash at the Castle.
It's so good, and they finally are doing something. Like that's not just the horsewomen versus the horsewomen. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it is going to be. I'm really excited for Clash at the Castle. It's Labor Day weekend. It'll be a good, relaxing weekend, hopefully for everybody.
And it's like it's an FB, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it's in the UK. So yes. Yes.
So I'll be out of work. It's right after I get out of work.
There you go. And Fast and the Furious are not terrible movies. They're just not great movies.
Yeah, my partner loves them, like really loves them, and
I know the feeling. they're easy. They're fun. They're fun to get through.
I've agreed I will watch them. I just I don't know when. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm gonna be frank. I don't fucking get it. Vin Diesel drives a car. What's so good about that?
All right, so here's the thing with the Fast and Furious, real quick. Vin Diesel's not the best. You watch the Fast and Furious for everybody else besides Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel looks better because of the people that are acting around him.
Oh.
That's why. There's a reason Vin Diesel is the voice of Groot, and they didn't give him any other lines in Marvel besides "I am Groot." Okay, there is a reason.
It's giving Leah Michelle can't read.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know about that conspiracy theory?
No, I don't, but it sounds like a Vin Diesel thing to me.
We'll talk about it on the post show.
Fair. Let's move on. Obviously, to this psychotic shit that happened on SmackDown at the end. So, Kay, did you watch SmackDown at all?
Oh, I heard about it. I fell asleep today, so like my wrestling catch up didn't happen. I watched Raw.
Okay.
And that's it.
So let me tell you how this came to be. I'm going to try to picture this for you. So it's the end of SmackDown. Okay. Roman Reigns finally comes out. And he says, South Carolina, acknowledge me. He's talking about how Paul Heyman's on the shelf because he took an F5. And that they have no wise man. And he's just BSing for a little bit. And then he gets interrupted by Drew McIntyre. Okay.
Okay.
By former daddy Drew. Who is...
Yeah. Drew does absolutely nothing for me now.
Well,
They ruined him.
okay. Let me tell you about the Drew came out hot and said, "I don't want to wait till Classic Castle. I want to go right now." Tears his shirt off, throws in the crowd. So now he's walking to face Roman and the Usos, shirtless and just in jeans and boots, like just like ready to beat somebody's ass. Calm down, Kay. Calm down.
Bye. Oh, I forgot to mention before my current daddy. Finn Balor in those black pants is surprisingly giving me daddy.
I'm surprised by that too, to be honest with you.
Because you remember the Blue Trunks era.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's
My
right.
favorite actor.
That's I totally forgot about this. Thank you, Taquan. Drew, I think Drew had a gaff because he said it on purpose. He called Roman the tribal queef and got away with it on TV.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He did not say queef on fucking television.
Yes, he did. He got away with saying tribal queef on television. Yes.
Wow. The Trips era is so...
And then
I feel like I've only heard the word queef used on South Park.
So, Kay, here's what happened. He's about to get into the ring. Then all of a sudden, the lights start dimming, and the screen goes black and white. And all you see is Scarlett with her back to the stage. She's like right at the entrance ramp, with her back in her corset and her arms out and smoke everywhere. Just like his NXT entrance. Yes. So everybody's looking like, what's going on? All of a sudden, Karrion Kross, as you can see with hair this time, comes from the crowd.
I don't like it.
I like him better than his bald head. Comes from the crowd and starts beating the crap out of Drew. Like, Kay, he took Drew's head and banged it against the steel steps almost 10 times.
Good for him.
Okay. Then Scarlett finally comes in her corset crazy outfit that she loves to wear, and they both look at Roman, and Kay, Scarlett brings out the hourglass and turns it and flips it over so it starts going and leaves it in front of Roman and the Usos, and they walk away. And Karrion Kross points to his wrist saying "Tick-tock."
Wow, that's all right. I gotta watch my tomorrow. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so the Triple H era is off to a massive success. I think he is getting everybody that left that was probably unjustly taken away due to quote unquote budget cuts, and bringing them back. Because remember, Kay, for a while they were supposed to do the Control Your Narrative. He was supposed to be part of him and
Oh, was he?
yeah, it was supposed to be him, Braun, and EC3. But I guess that's over with because WWE came a calling, and honestly, good for him. He had a horrible run the first go around. They didn't allow him to bring Scarlett up to the roster with him.
Yeah.
But now they're married. They are legit married now. So they are a couple. So I think that's more bargaining power for him and her, because she is a huge part of his gimmick.
Yeah, he sucks without her.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. So huge part of his gimmick. And I'm very interested to see what they do with him in particular. So welcome back, Karrion Kross and Scarlett. More importantly, welcome back, Scarlett. Scarlett. Yeah. Scarlett's a daddy. Can we put Scarlett back in the? Can we put Scarlett Bordeaux on his daddy list?
Yeah, Scarlett Bordeaux is definitely a daddy. I would fall and pray for her.
I think everybody would fall and pray for Scarlett. Moving on to something that's a little bit more concerning, Kay Murphy. Liv Morgan. We might have a problem.
Oh my god, I did see that. Actually, I did see that.
Liv Morgan got booed out of the building during her promo.
I respected that she was like, that she was upfront about, and she's like, I
Sure.
appreciate y'all calling me out my shit on TV, on national TV.
Yeah, but do you find that a little concerning? She's supposed to be your top baby face.
Um, it's given. I didn't think they would turn on her this bad because there are people like Slack that watch WWE. Like, no, but like this is not even me just like shitting on Slack. Like there are people that like really, really love her. Like she's got. I thought she had like mad stands on the internet, and all the marks, I guess, are the ones going to the shows. So they're gonna boo her because she's a hot girl that isn't the best wrestler. She's fine, but and I don't like Ronda Rousey, but her winning against Ronda Rousey twice isn't believable in any way. I was shocked it happened the first time. I was gagged about the second time.
And for
And
me, go ahead,
her,
Kay.
I don't know, her having a meaningful title run like doesn't seem realistic, and I feel really bad saying that. I want her to have a nice, good, like fun title run, but like it just doesn't feel realistic.
Well, that title run.
It feels very forced.
Well, okay, I will tell you that title run is about to come to an end because do you know the new number one contender that Liv Morgan
It's Shayna,
will
right?
face at Clash
Actually, wait.
at the Castle?
Wait. I think I saw half of SmackDown because I didn't see Scarlett and Karrion Kross.
You did not. There was a gauntlet match to determine who would be Liv Morgan's number one contender. And to be honest with you, Raquel Gonzalez was the star of a gauntlet match. They made her look like $1,000,000, as they should. Everybody.
I thought she was great, honestly.
Yeah, until the long-awaited. This is another Triple H is laying down the hammer now, yet again.
Literally.
Yeah, literally laying down the hammer. Your new number one contender, and I dare say this, and I will dare say this, your future SmackDown Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, is coming to tear Liv Morgan apart at Clash at the Castle.
She's gonna kill her. It's gonna be very good.
Yes.
I kind of think it's gonna be a squash match.
I believe so as well. I think it is going to be a major squash, which will bring Shayna to everybody's daddy list again. Because I know a lot of people who say Shayna is a secret daddy.
Not to me.
I'm okay with that.
She's not my type.
Sure.
But like I like her better. I have historically hated Shayna Baszler since like day one.
Really?
I hated her. I absolutely hated her.
Huh.
And then Ronda Rousey happened to me, and then I'm like, okay, she's not so bad anymore.
Fair enough.
But I don't know. I just thought she was an asshole. I remember actively booing her at Evolution.
Really?
You were there.
That was a long time ago, okay.
That was a long time ago. But yeah, I was like, I aggressively booed her. I hate her.
Gotcha. Okay, your camera's off a little. You're frozen a little bit, but hopefully you'll come back in
Great.
a sec. It's a great look for you, though.
Can you like? I doubt it.
Yeah, no.
I sincerely doubt it. Am I at least moving yet?
No, you're not moving yet.
God.
There you are. There you are. You're back now. Good job, Kay. Welcome back.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
my face doesn't hide anything. So my face often freezes on the most unflattering faces humanly possible.
It happens.
That's almost always what happens.
It happens.
Always.
But Shayna two-time, I think, is going to tear Liv Morgan apart. Well, I think we are getting a massive Shayna run on SmackDown.
I want to see Shayna versus Bianca at Survivor Series.
That would be dope. Because if my predictions come correctly, you're going to need a massive heel like Shayna Baszler to run around that SmackDown Women's Division, because I do believe, if the rumors are true, which we're not going to talk about these rumors, but I do believe if the rumors are true, that there are two massive baby faces returning to SmackDown. They have done a lot. Done a lot for the women's division on Raw, but you need to even it out on SmackDown. And if all is supposedly going to plan, that the Raw and SmackDown Women's divisions are going to be just fine in a couple of weeks. Just.
Do you think it's gonna happen?
I hope so. I hope so. Here's what we know so far is to expect the unexpected with Triple H in charge at this moment. There is a lot of creative storytelling that is yet to be unfolded. But right now, SmackDown and Raw is must-see TV because at this moment, you don't know who's going to pop up. And you don't know who's going to face each other. Like, for instance, we have an Intercontinental title fight between Gunther and Shinsuke Nakamura next week on SmackDown.
Excuse me?
Exactly. Shinsuke versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
Incredible.
Would you say it's meat slapping?
That's incredible. That is fucking meat slapping. Will, please add the sound in post.
I'm doing the show in post, so I don't have it. We should put the soundbite in our media flyer, but yeah, I'm excited for this because you have strong style, which is very hard hitting, and then you just have Gunther, who just likes to hit people really hard.
It's great.
It's
so great.
I am so excited for this. If they're doing a lot for U.S. title, I think they're going to do equally as well for the Intercontinental title with these two great workers. Because you have the ultra serious Gunther, you have the slap happy Bugs Bunny funny of Shinsuke Nakamura, and they're going to put on a hell of a show. Who do you have for this, Kay?
Gunther.
Really?
Yeah, I want to see him have a run similar to his UK run where it lasted forever.
Do you want to see Gunther versus Roman?
Yes.
Like, how would you feel if Gunther? How would you feel if Gunther like started slapping Roman like crazy?
Meat slapping. Oh my god. It would be a meat slapping. I feel like Gunther would become a moment.
I'm not surprised. Have you not seen what he's been?
Daddy Mania.
Have you not seen what he's been doing? Oh yeah, he's fantastic. He lost so much weight. He looks fantastic. Have you seen what he's been doing to Ludwig?
No.
This might make Gunther a daddy automatically. So every time Ludwig disgraces him or something, he makes Ludwig put his hands behind his back, and he just chops him, and then tells him to get back up, and he hits him again, and tells him to get back up, and he hits him again. Oh. Calm down.
That's really hot. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Gunther's now 2022 Gunther on my daddy practice list.
Yeah, I'll have to send you video clips of Gunther chopping Ludwig, because he'll do it like he'll ever do it in the ring, or like if he's on the stage, he'll just like slap the crap out of him if he like says something or does something disgraceful.
Oh my god, that's so great. Oh my god, yes. Thank you, Triple H.
Gunther is keep his twink bottom Ludwig in line. Saquon, you are on a mission tonight. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we're kind of at the end of everything we need to talk about in wrestling because Triple H is on fire. There's a lot of unpredictable shit. There's a quake by the lake or whatever the hell's going on in AEW. But there is one thing that is still up in the air, Ken. I do want to discuss this with you as part of our future talk, because we want to predict what might happen in this world of wrestling these days. And it's this. Where is MJF going to show up next? There's an issue here. You have obviously now news coming out of people frustrated with the way Tony Khan's doing things backstage and probably taking favoritism over a couple things. Quiver by the River, that's a good one. And now you have Triple H, who at this point has shown us that he is willing to do anything and everything to keep the Marks happy and giving them what they want. I believe there is a war for MJF that is going on behind everybody's backs. So the question is, does he return to AEW, or does he do a surprise Jericho-like appearance in WWE?
So he's under contract until 2024, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard that no one in AEW at all has heard from him in over 2 months. No, like no one. He is totally off the grid
Mm-hmm.
and not talking to anyone in wrestling. Like this is, and I'm still trying to figure out if this is a shoot turned work.
I think so. I think so.
I don't think he will. I think it's by 2024 he will be in WWE for sure. I can see him pop. Like I could see him being a WrestleMania surprise.
Whew. He would have to a WrestleMania surprise in Philly because that's when 2024 WrestleMania would be. Because I don't think his popularity can last without being seen on TV for another 2 years.
I think I could see him debuting at a Philly Mania because it's tri-state area, like ish.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's East Coast. Like MJF is from Long Island. There will be Long Island people present.
Yeah.
Like
But
I could see him like coming back to AEW and fulfilling the next 2 years of his contract.
I don't know.
Like unhappily.
I don't know if that's going to suffice. I mean, could they bench him? Sure. It's not a tactic that hasn't been used before. They could bench him and he just sits out his contract. That would be the smart thing to do as like a holding pattern. So that he doesn't go anywhere else. But I don't think that's what MJF wants to do. There's rumors that Sasha didn't want to get benched and that's how she got out of her contract, or allegedly was getting out of her contract. I still think there is a possibility that Trips and company would be willing to
buy him out.
Throw AEW some money, make it a very, very not an under the table deal. It's not like a shady deal, but an agreement that they don't really talk about. Yeah.
I can 1000% see Trips throwing money at Tony for MJF. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Triple H is more capable of handling MJF than Vince's would have been.
Mm-hmm. Here's also
Triple H being in charge changes everything.
Mm-hmm. Here's also the thing, Kay. I think this is the way for Triple H has been in the business for a very, very long time. And from a wrestling business standpoint, not just a business standpoint, a wrestling business standpoint, Triple H is smarter than Tony Khan by leaps and bounds in the wrestling business. And I think this is a way for Triple H to show how brilliant he is and exercise his brilliance by taking, quote unquote, one of the pillars of AEW yet again. If Triple H takes enough pillars,
I think he should.
AEW crumbles. Cody was supposed to be a pillar. He's not technically a pillar, but he's still one of the founding members that got this thing started. That's a blow. You're taking away the foundation. Now you're going to take away one of the pillars, potentially? There is a sinking ship known as All Elite Wrestling. And if Tony and company don't wise up, it's going away. They won't make it to 2025.
And that's, I think that's sad.
It is unfortunately sad.
But I think for me, and like I have noticed, like my interest in wrestling has decreased so heavily in the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it was the double whammy for me of Punk getting injured and Jeff having another DUI, and just my two favorite wrestlers both being pulled on TV within weeks of each other. I'm just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, it's been very difficult. I miss my men, but I want to find the spark to like enjoy watching wrestling again and not feel like I'm doing homework when I watch wrestling, because I often feel like I'm doing homework.
Mm-hmm.
And Trips is making me start to like want to watch it again.
Yeah, Trips is very detailed.
Like I will watch SmackDown tomorrow Like, I'm gonna watch SmackDown tomorrow, knowing we already talked about it. I still want to watch it.
That's a good sign. That's a
Like, I'm not gonna skip it because I don't have to watch it I don't have to watch it for the show.
yeah. Yeah, no, that is a very, very good sign. I have to show you a video when we go to the post show as well.
Great.
It's great because they had the tryouts in Nashville. So
Mhm.
WWE PR posted the video of Triple H and company offering all the people their contracts.
Cute.
It's great PR for them. Also, Parker Purdue, Baby Brock, did officially debut on AEW this week.
Ew.
He's very green. I saw the clips. I was like, wow, there's nothing surprising about him. He's very green. Um, but it is what it is. But that's pretty much the end of our show this week. It's a shorter show this week, which is an okay thing. By this time next week, we will have a guest. If you like blonde ales, if you like American blonde ales, hint, hint, wink, wink, tongue in cheek, that American blonde ale will be on the show talking about all things beer and AEW wrestling for all of that. So American Blonde Ale is what we're going to be calling her as our code name right now. Will be showing up on the show as our special guest. She has a lot to talk about. She's a beer influencer, and it's going to be a pretty interesting time for everybody involved. But let's get the hell out of here. So let's start that outro, which I will do in post. Anywho, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 303, Love and War. I am your love bug king, Ricky Rose. You can find me in the Bachelor Bigs across all social media outlets. Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR _ podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews wherever you are listening to us or watching us. Spread the love. Let everybody know where you get all of your great wrestling content and knowledge from as well. If you're listening to us, you can listen to us by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, and follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, TikTok as well. Folks. And links to our merchandise and all the other stuff, like this great King Ricky Rose merchandise, you can get in one of our links below. We have awesome merchandise that's going to be updated very, very soon, including some zip-up hoodies, K. Murphy, for everybody. Oh, yeah, zip-up hoodies, shorts, athletic shorts, swimming trunks, whole bunch of fun shit that's going to be coming our way. But yes, K. Murphy, what do you got for me?
The only thing that I feel is appropriate to say right now in honor of episode 303
Yes.
is, so tell your boyfriend, if he says you've got beef, that I'm a vegetarian and I'm not fucking scared of him. You can find me across all social media platforms at the K Murphy, THEKAE Murphy.
God, why do we love when love seems to hate us? My goodness, Kay.
303 Don't Trust Me is what was my favorite song to play on the ukulele.
Oh my God, I see the ibuprofen has kicked in quite well. So when we come back next week, we will have Will back, we'll have Kay back, the band will be back together, and we'll have an American Blonde Ale on the show with us as well.
You know, next week's my birthday episode,
and it'll
right?
be your birthday episode, so this will be a very interesting episode nonetheless. So until then, folks, we are going to do a post show, so please stay if you're watching us live for that. So until then, folks, goodbye, good night. We'll see you next week with American Blonde Ale, and what am I missing? Oh yeah, fuck you, Slack. We'll see you next week. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to our post show. So, Kay, you want to tell me something on the post show?
I wanted to talk to you about the can't read conspiracy theory.
Please enlighten me.
All right. So, do you know who Leah Michelle is?
I know the name. I don't remember why they're famous.
Leah Michelle is an actress. She was on Broadway. She originated the role of Vendela in Spring Awakening. She was a child actress on Broadway in Les Mis. As an adult, she was a star on the show Glee.
Okay.
And played Rachel Berry.
Gotcha.
She is about to be playing the role of Fanny Bryce in the Funny Girl revival on Broadway.
Okay.
There's a lot of drama surrounding Leah Michelle because she's racist and a cunt.
Okay, that sounds
And
about right.
there, so there's also a belief that she can't read.
Interesting.
Um, so you can see, I think she's presented at the Tony Awards, and she's clearly memorized what she's supposed to say, and she's like pretending to read a teleprompter. Um, when they did a documentary on the 15th anniversary of Spring Awakening, and you see them all in the studio with music, everyone has it but her.
Really?
You never see her with like words. Even like when she was on Glee, there's a scene where she's writing stuff down and she writes a number and that's it. Like,
Wow.
so the conspiracy theory is that Leah Michelle cannot read
Interesting.
and that she has her lines like fed to her and she just memorizes it.
Very interesting.
And you can even sense that in her vocal. When she does covers of songs, she can sound very similar to the original singer. So the role she's playing on about to play on Broadway was originated by Barbra Streisand, and she always sang the song from Funny Girl Don't Rain on My Parade on Glee, and she emulates Barbara when she sings like Barbra Streisand songs. Depending on who sang the song, she very much emulates their tone, their style, because she learns music by memorizing it that way.
Oh, okay. So she's like
So
Nick Cannon in Drumline.
Nick Cannon can't read.
Couldn't in Drumline he couldn't read music.
Oh, yes, but worse because she can't read.
Oh,
Or
goodness.
oh,
What?
oh, that picture.
What? Oh, Ric Flair?
Yeah.
I'm trying to wait. Is this the one that I'm looking for? I'm trying to find a video of Gunther slapping Ludwig.
Oh, okay.
Haha, good one, Saquon. Racism and illiteracy goes hand in hand. Two halves of a dumbass coin. It's also very true.
What trivia are we doing today? If we're doing trivia.
We are going to do Friends trivia. I did find the video for you, Kay, so hold on. I'm going to send it to you right now. You're not going to be ready for this. This is also the first time it happened, so it's great. Let me pull up Friends trivia for everybody. For all you excited people out there. You should text Mance and be like, Mance, go online right now. We're doing Friends trivia. Oh, wait, no. He saw it. He helped me with it, so I can't. I can't have Mance on.
I'm texting him though. Doing Friends trivia.
He better know all the answers. I gave him all of them.
Alright, I texted Vance. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you watching it?
Am I watching? Oh no, I didn't even see it. Hold.
It should have came in. I sent it to you.
I got it. I'm watching. It's just taking a long time.
Turn up your volume, too, so I can hear it.
Yeah.
Speaking of ads, did you love
Turn off my volume?
No, turn up your volume. By the way, did you love the Maximum Males model spot?
Why did you physically attack him?
Hold on.
Failure. We will never lose. Losing is unacceptable.
Control yourself, Kay.
Losing consequences.
Well, I understand that next week there will be a rematch between Ludwig and Shin.
I'm sorry. Nächste Woche. Nächste Woche. Put him down.
Oh my god. Not him just ripping it open and chopping.
I love your facial expressions here, Kay. This is great.
Wow, that was delightful. That's delightful. Thank you, Triple H. Okay, I'm ready. I have my notes out.
You have your notes up, right, folks? We are going to initiate Friends trivia tonight on our Tip of the Crown post show. I feel like there's something I have to tell you in the post show too, but I totally forgot. You know the deal. How we do is 1 point per question, 5 rounds, all that fun stuff. So if you love Friends, just like I don't, it should be a fun one for everybody to play online right now for Friends trivia. So ready, Kay? Question 1 of Friends trivia. How many times does Ross get divorced?
Total?
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, here we go. Taekwon, if you know Friends trivia, I'll be very surprised at this. Question 2. What store does Phoebe hate?
Got it.
Question 3. Rachel got a job with which company in Paris?
Okay.
All
Got it.
right. Question 4. As we move along here, what is Chandler Bing's middle name?
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Question 5. Who was Joey's imaginary childhood friend?
Oh my God. I don't remember.
No pressure, Kay.
All right, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah.
That's fine. You ready for the answers?
Yes.
Ross was divorced 3 times.
3.
Yes.
Yep. To Carol, to Emily, and to Rachel.
What's the store that Phoebe hates?
Pottery Barn.
That is correct. The company that Rachel got a job with?
Ralph Lauren?
Louis Vuitton.
God damn it. Okay.
France was your clue. Chandler's middle name?
Muriel.
That is correct.
I love Friends.
Joey's imaginary friend?
I know. Okay. I remember him liking the stuffed animal Hugsy, but I know it's not Hugsy.
It is not Hugsy.
Who is it?
It is Maurice.
Maurice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready to go to round 2?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. Question 6. Brad Pitt and David Schwimmer's characters co-founded what club in high school?
Got it.
Okay. Question 7. What caused the fire at Rachel and Phoebe's apartment?
Okay.
Question 8. How many roses does Ross send Emily?
I don't remember. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Okay.
Question 9. What year did Friends first premiere?
I think this is correct. Okay.
All right. Question 10 is the lyric question. So I'm going to read to you the lyrics. You have to tell me the name of the song.
Okay.
This song was featured in Friends, believe it or not. But the lyrics are, listen to me, baby, relax and start passing. Expressway hair back, weaving through the traffic. This one strong should be labeled as a hazard. Are lyrics to what song featured on the 8th season of Friends?
What?
You want me to read the lyrics again?
Uh-huh.
Listen to me, baby, relax and start passing. Expressway hairback, weaving through the traffic. This one strong should be labeled as a hazard. Are lyrics to what song featured on the 8th season of Friends?
No idea.
You're gonna hate yourself when I tell you what the song is.
I'm like writing it down so it makes sense and it just doesn't. I don't think I can speak English right now.
It's okay. You'll understand when I reveal you the answers. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
What's the name of the high school club that Brad Pitt and David Schwimmer's characters started?
I hate Rachel Green.
Yes, the I Hate Rachel Green Club. What was the cause of the fire in Phoebe and Rachel's apartment?
What, like a hair dryer or something?
Hair straightener. Rachel's hair straightener.
A hair straightener. God damn it.
How many roses does Ross send Emily?
100?
72, actually.
I almost wrote 72 and changed it to 100.
It was 72. Huh, interesting. Fred's has some AEW updates. Said Parker's going to have
What?
his debut against Sonny Kiss on Friday, which means Sonny's jobbing. And Eric Rowan is tagging with Danhausen.
Why?
I don't know.
Weird.
Friends
Okay.
premiered in what year, Kay?
93?
94, actually.
Oh, annoying.
The song lyrics? Do you know the name of the song?
Let me blow your mind. Is it Let Me Blow Your Mind?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. It's Let Me Blow Your Mind by Eve and Gwen Stefani.
Yes.
It was the song featured on the 8th season of Friends when Monica was doing a striptease.
Yeah, that's why it reminded me what song it was. All right, let's go.
That's Eve. It's because Eve's rapping, and so it sounds weird because I was just reading it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. All right, move on. Third round. Question 11. How many seasons of Friends are there?
Okay, got it.
Question 12 is going to be, I'm going to read to you a line, and you got to tell me what character said this line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the line is, you're not alone. We don't know where we're going. You just got to figure at some point it is all going to come together.
Can you say it again?
Mm-hmm. You're not alone. We don't know where we're going. You just got to figure at some point it is all going to come together.
I think I'm wrong, but okay. Is it one of the friends or is it a random ass side?
Oh, no,
character?
it's one of the friends.
Okay, because I'm like, if this is like fucking Gunther, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, it's one of the friends. I'm not that much of an asshole.
Okay.
Question 13. Phoebe's scientist boyfriend David worked in what city?
I know this one. Okay.
Question 14. Which member of the British royal family appeared on Friends?
I know this one as well. Okay. Go.
All right, last question of round 3. What does Rachel guess Chandler's job is?
Got it. All right, I'm ready.
Your answers. How many seasons of Friends?
There. 10.
That is correct. Who says the line?
I said Chandler.
It's actually Monica.
Okay.
The
Okay.
city for Phoebe's...
Min.
Minsk, yeah. The British royal family member is...
Fergie.
Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York.
Yes, Fergie.
And Chandler's job is what?
Transponster.
Yes. All right, fourth round, question 16. What was Monica's nickname when she was a field hockey goalie?
She was a field hockey goalie.
Mm-hmm. What was her nickname?
I don't. Okay.
All right, question 17. What form of self-defense does Ross try to teach Phoebe and Rachel? You okay over there?
What's the fucking one? I see the episode in my fucking head. Oh my god, what is the word? Unagi. I had to
You ready
hit
for
my head
question?
to do it. Yeah.
Question 18. What is the one thing that Joey does not share?
Joey doesn't share food.
Keep your answers to yourself. Okay.
I'm the only one playing.
Question 19. What do Monica and Chandler name their twins?
Oh my god. Other one's name. Okay.
Okay, question 20. Rachel was in which sorority?
Rachel was in which sorority?
Yep.
I don't fucking know. I couldn't name a sorority.
Really? I take it for granted because I
Not
was in
really.
one because like I also know the Greek alphabet. So
Yeah, I didn't do any of that.
ready? Monica's
But I
nickname.
got the,
Monica's nickname when she was a goalie in field hockey.
no idea.
She was the big fat goalie.
I wrote Fat Monica.
Close.
So
Self-defense was.
I knew that was Unagi.
Joey doesn't share what?
Food.
Yes. The twins' names are.
Jack and Erica after Monica's dad and the surrogate.
Yes. The sorority that Rachel was in was Kappa Kappa Delta.
Yeah, did not write that.
Next week's theme was Beyonce trivia, blah, blah, blah. I got that. Question 21. What was the name of Ross's pet monkey?
Got it.
Okay. Question 22. Ross and Carol were busted having sex on what Disney ride?
Okay.
Question 23. How many pages was Rachel's letter to Ross?
Front to back.
Yes.
Okay.
Question 24. Monica worked as a waitress at what diner?
She worked at what diner?
Yeah, she worked as a waitress at
Monica's
what?
diner?
Monica worked
Oh
as
my
a
God,
waitress
I-
at what
oh.
diner? Yeah.
No, I know. I know. She had to wear the fake boobs. I see the episode. I'm not getting it right, but I'm guessing.
Okay. That happens. Question 25. What does Phoebe legally change her name to after her wedding? That's an easy one, and that's also a very funny one as well.
I talked to Mark the other day.
Really?
This exact episode.
All right. How much are you wagering for your bonus question? 1, 2,
2.
3, or 4? 2 points. 2 points on the line. Here is your bonus question, Kay. Who is the first friend to speak on the show?
You fucking kidding?
Nope. That's why it's a good bonus question.
Oh my god, it's the opening scene of Friends. It can't be what I think it is. Oh my God, I'm having a mental breakdown.
It's a hard one.
All right, I'm guessing based on my instincts about the show.
Okay. Ready for
Okay.
your answers?
Yeah.
The name of the monkey is?
Marcel.
Mm-hmm. The Disney ride that Ross is caught having sex with? Or having sex on?
Is it It's a Small World?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Very tongue-in-cheek. Rachel's letter?
18 pages front and back.
That is correct. Vagina, where Monica works.
I wrote Starlight, but I don't think that's right.
You were right in celestial aspect, but it's Moon Dance. Moon Dance Diner. And Phoebe's name after she gets married is?
Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock.
Fucking Phoebe. I knew a girl in
And Mike
college who
and
looked
Mike
just like
was
Phoebe.
crap bag.
Yeah. I knew a girl in college who
Really?
looked just like Phoebe from Friends. To the point where I called her Phoebe and I didn't know what her real name was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was great. It's ironic how I met her. I met her because we played this game called Assassins.
Okay.
You ever play Assassins?
I have not.
Alright, so Assassins is this wild game that you can play with in college, and it's nerve-wracking as shit. Okay, so essentially you play a game where you have to take out everybody like you're in a real assassin. But in order to take out somebody, you have to like essentially throw a sock at them, and that means that you've killed them. And this can happen anywhere on a college campus except for like where your residence hall. Your residence hall is your safe spot, or within your room. So what happens is there's one person who if you participate in the assassin, you get a headshot taken of yourself, and there's one person who organizes who gets what. So you get a headshot of somebody. You get a headshot of somebody. You got to find them on campus, and then you got to take them out. And then once you kill them, you take their headshot. And
Wait, I read about that. That was in a book I read in high school.
it's a great game, but it's also nerve-wracking because you essentially are a prime target anywhere on campus, and you don't.
I wanted to play Assassin so bad, but I wasn't in college level
And
to
you
play
don't
Assassin.
know who's coming after you at what time unless you're really observant.
Uh-huh. That's really
But
cool.
it's so much fun. But Phoebe ended up killing me. I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh, boo.
Anywho, speaking of which, who's the first friend to speak on the show?
I think it's Monica.
You're correct, Kay Murphy.
Shut up,
It
really?
was Monica was the first.
I feel like she was talking about a man in the coffee
I don't
shop.
know. But yes, it was Monica. So what's your total? Did you add 2 points for that after that bonus question?
Plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 with the bonus.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, the first time I watched Friends straight through was through a breakup. So
Really?
I love. Yeah,
I've never seen it straight
I-
through.
I love Friends. I started it right before my ex and I broke up, and literally, I watched Ross and Rachel's breakup episode, and then he called me and broke up with me
Ooh.
immediately after. It was terrible.
Ouch.
And then I spent the next 3 weeks watching the next like 10 seasons of Friends.
Just trying to get through it.
And to not process my breakup, I watched Friends for 3 weeks straight, and then I finished Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a mental breakdown when I finished Friends because that meant I had to process my breakup.
Yeah, I'm
So
not surprised by that.
I used to go to Tuesday night karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
Every Tuesday without fail, I went to karaoke, and I finished Friends on a Tuesday. And so
Ooh.
I finished Friends, and then I went to karaoke, and then got beyond
I was like,
shit-faced, and I
sang
just
your
sang
face
it.
off, yeah.
And I fell into a bush that night
Not bad.
and cried.
Um, Fred's also had a suggestion for you about your ailments. I gotta find it because he did come up with a
Oh,
good idea. It's like a little home remedy. But I
I would love a whole minute.
gotta find it because I feel like you have all of this stuff. Um, oh, he says warm salt water rinse, warm peppermint tea bags. Hope that helps.
I do have all of that.
Mm-hmm. So
Thank you, Mr.
yeah, he said
President.
warm salt water rinse, warm peppermint tea bags. Hope that helps. And stuff.
Okay, thank you. I think that's great.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that to you. We were just knee deep in the show and everything. This week I got to do Bad Bunny trivia.
I love him.
Well, we'll do it next week then. You'll probably get more answers than
I will get more answers than Will, but I will not get that many right because I don't know shit about Bad Bunny. I just love his music.
He is a very
his
interesting man.
I want to see him in concert so bad, but he's playing Yankee Stadium, but it's the night I'm going to see My Chemical Romance at UBS.
So the funny thing about it is that was what if the tickets weren't so expensive,
They're $2,000.
we were going to try to purchase tickets and have that be the giveaway for tomorrow, but they're too expensive, so the company wouldn't allow us to do it.
Yeah.
But that was the original idea. But I found doing my research of Bad Bunny. You would love the fact that he actually, when asked about his sexuality, he said he is fluid.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a gay king. We live. He apparently, like, my roommate was telling me, like, he brought like a trans like dancer on stage, like,
And he dances
which
with
was
them.
really cool. He does. He dances with them. He did a free concert for the whole islands of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he what happened? What else have I learned about Bad Bunny? He's very conscious about his weight because he was bullied when he was younger.
Oh.
But he loves to interact with his fan base, from what I've read.
Mhm.
He's from like a very poor part of Puerto Rico, Vega Baja. He's Puerto Rican and Dominican. His father's Dominican, I believe.
Mhm.
But he grew up in Puerto Rico. He seems very interesting, very down to earth person. Oh, you want to know what one of his big influences is? Jennifer
What?
Lopez.
Honestly, I see it.
And I totally forgot that he
Good for him.
he performed with Jennifer Lopez at the Super Bowl. Like he performed with his idol at the Super Bowl. Remember when him and
Oh,
J
yeah, he
Balvin
did.
showed up at Shakira and Jennifer Lopez at the Super Bowl performance?
yeah, that was I marked out really hard for that.
I was like, wow, this is a total New York Super Bowl in Miami. Go figure.
Literally.
But also his favorite artist growing up, Daddy Yankee, and I was like, how did I miss this?
And they did a song together for Daddy Yankee's last album. Like, so Daddy Yankee is retiring from music this year. Like,
No.
I am debating going to the Daddy Yankee concert in December.
Yeah,
Like,
all that gas,
I'll go alone.
all that gasolina.
I don't think anyone understands. Like, Gasolina is genuinely like my top 5 all-time favorite songs.
That is an OG twerk song.
It came out when I was in 8th grade.
Yes, that is the early
And
It's like that's a coming of age song for a lot of people.
and it's just I've never been sick of it in my life.
I love when he did the remix with Little John. That's what's like this song is amazing.
That's my favorite one. The remix with Little John and Pitbull fucking slaps.
What else have I learned about Daddy Yankee? He's actually 5'6".
I feel like he was little.
He's not that big of a person, but I think he wears a lot of platforms, probably. A lot of heels on his shoes.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see, I want to see Bullet Train. I'm very interested to see how he is performing on, like, a big screen.
Oh, I forgot he was doing that.
Yes, but apparently he was also in Narcos.
Was he?
Season 4 of Narcos.
I've had several people tell me that Narcos is really good.
Yeah,
and I should watch
I've
it.
never seen it either, but I heard it's really good. So
I just canceled Netflix, so I will not have it.
I have not canceled Netflix because a couple of my new season of Never Have I Ever's coming out. I need to watch that. Which sucks, Cake.
I don't really watch anything on Netflix,
Did you
and
never
I'm
watch?
tired of paying for
You
it.
never watched Dear White People, did you?
I didn't.
Oh, it's so.
I forgot about it.
It's fine. It's so good, Kay. That just means when you come over, I'm just gonna have to show it to you.
Yes. I will reinstate Netflix like when a show I like comes. But like for now I don't need it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like I use Paramount. I use Paramount and HBO the most.
Gotcha. What was I gonna say? I don't know if you'd ever like the show, but maybe you'd like Friday Night Lights. The show, not the movie.
I have zero interest.
Understandable.
Zero interest in that show. I thought of, like when it came out, I was mildly interested, but I'm like, nah.
It does. I'm one of their like cult followings. Like I do enjoy the show, especially from a cinematography, from like the way that it's shot. I think is really good. But I also love the story around it. It's gonna be a hard sell for you, but I'll just tell you the stories. Football's like the white noise of a show. It's about the town. It's about the town. It's not about the football team. Essentially.
No, I figured,
Yeah.
and I genuinely do not care about this small town. If I want to watch a show to care about a small town, I will watch Parks and Rec or Gilmore Girls.
Understandable. There's been a lot of movement for a Gilmore Girls trivia that I know people have been trying to like really lobby about.
I was just gonna say you should do Gilmore Girls trivia. It would be very popular.
So I've heard. I'm gonna maybe do a straw poll tomorrow during trivia. Like, what do you guys want to do trivia for? Shout it out for me. But I do like I like Friday Night, especially their female cast is fucking fantastic. Connie Britton's the female lead. And she is she's a fucking badass in that show.
I know her from American Horror Story.
She did this before American Horror Story.
Oh, okay.
And she was on there from beginning to end. Like in American Horror Story, she's the first season one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she is on Friday Night Lights throughout the entire thing. And she gets better as it goes on, too.
Gotcha.
There's one scene in season 1 where like her and her husband, who's the coach of the team, were having like they're trying to have a party at their house for all the football teams and parents, and she's like overwhelmed, and something like spills, and so they both go to clean it, but they're under the table, and she rips him like while they're under the table. She's like,
Oh shit.
yeah, she is like, I am pissed off, blah blah blah. You did this on me, but she's like, but don't worry. When we come up from under this table, I'll be your nice, loving little football wife, happy and cheering, and accommodating everybody. But right now, I'm fucking pissed at you.
Damn.
Yeah, she lays down the hammer really well. It is a very interesting. It's a show like it's one of those shows like if you get into it, you'll be into it for the long term. But if you're not, I also understand. It's got a fantastic cast of people who became big stars. Michael B. Jordan shows up later on in the seasons. It's one of his first roles.
Oh wow.
Like the first time you see him, he's running shirtless through the street. Like a very young skinny
Nice.
Michael B. Jordan. Matt Lauria's on there. Journey Smollett also is a character on the show. The hell is his name in real life? Kirsten Dunst's husband.
I don't know who she's married to.
He's a pale white guy. I forgot his name.
There's a lot of pale white guys in Hollywood.
No. Kristen Dunst's husband. Jesse Plemons.
I don't know who that is.
You know him if you see him. Jesse Plemons is on the show as well. But overall, a very good cast of characters and people. And a lot of them went on to do good things.
Oh, cool.
So it's a fun show. A show that I check. One of my favorite shows of all time, Kay.
Oh, cool.
Yes. But also the way it's shot like found footage.
That's cool.
Because there's only 3 cameras at all times. So what they did, it was like they would hide the cameramen in like the scenes. So they never knew where they were coming from. And they were like, and go, just act. And like, where's our shot? They're like, I don't care, just fucking talk to him. Like, talk to the person in the show. I was like, we'll get it. And the actors had the freedom to ad-lib.
Oh, that's great.
They would pretty much do like one or two takes, and then they'd go to the next scene. So they didn't have time to like make it all prim and pretty. So it's a very like, no, this is what it is, and then you just keep going to be ever seen.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What the hell is her name? There's another woman on that show that did really well. Not Amy, when she dated Derek Jeter. What the hell is her
Who
name?
dated Derek Jeter?
What's up?
I said, who dated Derek Jeter?
What the hell is her name? Oh, Minka Kelly. Minka Kelly.
I know that name, but I don't remember what she looks like.
Yeah,
Or what she's from.
Minka Kelly. Adrian Palicki was also on the show as well.
I don't know who that is.
She's a very tall, leggy blonde. She went on to do the Orville. She was also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Zach Gilford did pretty good. Amy Teagarden did pretty good for herself. Kyle Chandler is in a bunch of movies.
I don't know who any of these people are.
You'd know them if you like saw them. You just don't know what their names were. But I just know them from Friday Night
Gotcha.
Lights. Yeah. You're like, oh, I know this guy. I'm like, oh yeah, here's the Friday Night Lights type thing. But yeah. So I'm gonna get going, Kay, because I know you actually. Let's get off this stream real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys for joining us today. We'll be back with like 2 more people next week. Yeah, 2 more people. Should be interesting. So.
Full House next week.
Full House.
I'm tired.
Next week. I'm very excited for it. So we'll see you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Midnight music.